it. Answer your phone, son. This is your boy.
We go over this every time.
Hi, welcome to Live with Barb and Ray.
I'm Barb.
And I'm Ray.
And we're live.
We're live on 3 cameras.
Yes.
Personal, my personal.
Yes.
Barb's personal.
Yes.
Pacific West personal.
Yep.
And
Pacific West Realtors Facebook page.
Yes.
Get it right.
Okay, sorry.
We decided to go live today to really film Live with Barb and Ray live.
Live.
That's a lot of lives.
Yeah, and now I don't know where to look. Do I look there? So
You look there.
Yeah, we'll be looking here.
Our
So this
viewers
is
are
for
what
our
matters.
friends. Yep. Well, they're viewers too.
Well-
and they're viewers.
Yeah, that's true. But we really need to pay attention to this
Yep.
camera.
Well,
Welcome, everyone.
Yep, welcome.
It's-
Today is Ugly Sweater Day,
Yes.
as you can see.
Yes,
We got a
ugly
couple
Christmas
surprises.
sweaters. Are you going to turn on your lights? Wow, fancy.
And show us what yours does.
I'm not showing you what mine does.
Hers has bells and
I have jingles, but I would
you
have to
gotta do
shimmy.
this.
I would have to shimmy.
I hear them.
So, we are here for our last live of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's technically the end of November, and this is supposed to air in December, but we decided to do it live. So this is our last time we're coming to you this year, and we've had some fun this year.
Yeah, we've had a lot of fun, and today's agenda is going to be a recap. Episode is going to be a recap of a lot of the things that Pacific West has done for you as realtors this year.
Yep. So I want to start with the number one most exciting thing that's happened at our association this year. And I wouldn't call it actually exciting is the wrong word.
No.
I think the hugest accomplishment is better, right? So the best accomplishment we've had this year is, as many of you know, the city of Long Beach, there was a threat of rent control, and there was a tenants activist group that was looking to petition to put it on the November ballot.
Yep.
And Pacific West Association of Realtors, we spent $250,000
$250,000 we spent
to fight that and
defeated
prevent
it.
it from coming on the ballot, and we won.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say defeated because it never went on the ballot,
Yeah.
but we prevented, through our efforts, we prevented it from hitting the November ballot. And that was a huge win for, this isn't a win for our members. This is a win for homeowners. This is a win for private property rights, right?
Yeah.
This is a win for housing and a win for everyone, including realtors, of course, with the product that we sell. So our members should be super proud of that. We also, at the same time, we didn't have to spend quite as much money, but we also prevented it from happening in Santa Ana. So Santa Ana also was a threat. And the reason this is so important is that if it happens in one city, it snowballs into other cities.
Yeah.
And then it would have happened in Anaheim, and then it would have happened in other large cities in our market.
Well, I think what our members need to know is this is an ongoing threat.
Yes.
So although we did it this year, next year is going to be the same thing. It's going to be constant battles for us.
Yeah. Speaking of battles, we also defeated Prop 10.
Yep.
Woohoo!
Yep.
If they didn't understand to vote no on Prop 10 that whole time,
Yeah.
we didn't do our job.
We pounded it into your heads, and you guys listened.
Yeah, and you helped your clients and your customers understand it, and that's a super big win for the state of California, and that affects everyone in the state of California.
Yep. Another big accomplishment, we are at our highest amount of members since 2008.
Yep.
So that's really great because that just means our industry is doing good.
Yeah.
People are getting back into it.
Yeah.
And it's just a good sign for the recovery and the health of real estate in general.
Yeah, we had really well-attended events this year. I want to thank all of our members for that. Power Agent Summit was amazing. We had Chelsea Pites and Lee Brown, and we had the highest attendance that we've ever had at that event before. And we also had a great economic forecast at the beginning of the year. And speaking of economic forecast,
We have one coming up tomorrow. And we're hoping
February 27th
Oh,
is the
the
economic
economic
forecast
forecast
with
for
Leslie Appleton
for
Young.
next year, yes.
Yeah, so February 27th, mark your calendar. I have some news to break.
What's that?
It's going to be at the Great Wolf Lodge.
And we get free passes to go swimming afterwards.
No, we don't.
No? Oh, okay.
No. Ray
Don't quote me
wishes
on
we
that.
got free passes to
Yeah.
go swimming after. So save your, mark your calendar, save the date, February 27th. Leslie Appleton Young, who is the CAR chief economist, and I would say one of the smartest people I know at our state association.
And as realtors, guys, we should be coming to these, learning, and it helps educate us when we're talking to our clients about, because what's the number one question we get asked when you go out somewhere? How's the market?
Yep, exactly.
What do you think it's going to do next
Yep.
year? This is going to help you prepare for that question.
And I've already heard highlights of it, and I think it's so important for our members to come to this one because 2019 is going to be a different year for real estate.
Yeah.
And it's not going to look like it did in 2016 and 2017 and, beginnings of 2018.
Yeah.
It's going to look different. So come get yourself educated, like Ray said, so that you can talk to your clients and be the smartest realtor in town.
I think we're kind of already experiencing it, and we're not sure what's going to happen next year. So I'm very curious to see what they have to
Don't you
say.
think, though, that the market kind of picked back up again after the election? I think everyone had election flu and was kind of really scared.
Yes.
I mean, I know you're a heavy listing guy. So did your listings pick up a little bit after the election? Because I know mine did.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I had a couple that were sitting and weren't selling, and all of a sudden sold right after the election.
Yeah.
So come hear what's happening in 2019. Tomorrow, as Ray already jumped ahead. Okay, go ahead. Your turn.
No, you go.
You go.
You go.
You go. We could do this all day long.
All right. Tomorrow is our legal update with Gov Hutchinson.
And Ed Zorn.
And Ed, we interviewed Ed a few episodes back, and that was a great one if you didn't watch that. And it's at the Long Beach Marriott. Starts at 8 a.m. is breakfast. That's what I would recommend.
Realtors come for food.
Yeah, get there, and we'll be there and say hi to us.
laughed at that one.
And what else? What else?
Well, we started live with Barb and Ray this year.
Yes.
And I got something to talk about this show. Okay?
This is where she made a note and said, I'm not telling you what I'm going to talk about.
Yeah. So my entire career, I've gone by Barbara. Barbara Betts. That's what I go by. It's my legal name. It's what's on my license. This show has slowly transformed my name into Barb. Now, few people have called me Barb throughout the years.
Yeah.
Never bothered me, and it doesn't bother me. I don't mind it. It's just no one's ever called me Barb. As I go into offices or I talk to other realtors, they all call me Barb now.
Yeah.
And I was like, how'd that happen?
I can see how it's weird.
It's branded me now. I'm Barb. I've probably officially changed my name for marketing and everything.
So next year it's going to be Live with Ray and Barbie.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Let's see if we can get Barbie to stay.
No.
Does anybody call you Barbie?
Everyone from my dance studio.
Oh, okay.
Everyone. They don't know Barb or Barbara.
If you guys don't know this about Barbie, is she is a dancer. Her daughter's a dancer, a great dancer.
Yeah.
And she is very, what did I say earlier?
Bendy.
Stretchy. She almost kicked my face one time.
Flexible.
Not
stretchy.
Yeah.
Flexible. You're horrible. Yeah, so apparently I have a new name, guys. Barb. So if you see me around town, call me Barb, not Barbie. Speaking of that, this is my last episode as president. I only get to boss you around for about 33 more days.
You'll be bossing me around.
So I move into the immediate past president role, and he steps into the president role, but we've agreed it's still going to be Live with Barb and Ray.
Yes.
Yeah.
And going on to that note, what I wanted to actually say, where I made my note here, is I wanted to say a big thank you. You've obviously taught me a lot of what I know at PWR, and I have big shoes to fill, and I think everybody watching knows that.
You're
and
sweet.
I'm glad you're going to be sticking around to be able to push me in the right direction and boss me around a little bit.
I'll boss you around, yeah.
I want you to boss
Don't
me
worry.
around. I love you, Barb.
Oh, you're so sweet. Guess what? You won't mess it up.
And Friday is Barb's birthday.
Oh, goodness.
So, happy birthday, Barb.
Oh, thank
Everybody
you.
send birthday wishes, put on Facebook Live, happy birthday, and...
Put on Facebook Live, happy birthday?
Yeah, they can in the comments.
Oh,
say
in the
happy
comments
birthday,
on
yeah.
here, say happy birthday?
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
welcome.
So the other exciting thing, we relaunched YPN, Young Professionals Network. So just so our members know, we've had a YPN off and on for quite a few years. And it just never morphed into what YPN is meant to be. So just so our members know, YPN is a national realtor
Organization.
group,
Yeah.
and there's state chapters of it, and then there's local chapters of it. And so we've always had the national and the state, and now we've finally launched our own. And I think what's so exciting about our YPN is they came to us.
Mm-hmm.
These young professionals, Beth Sparks, Brian Erhan, and Danielle Fimmel, they came to us. They wanted to do this for our members. They saw a need for our newer realtors, and it really should be called New Professionals Network.
Yeah.
That's really, I know it's called YPN, guys, but think of it as New Professionals Network. They wanted to do this, and we supported it. We gave them our blessing. They've come up with the ideas. They've come up with the plan. They are ready to do incredible things for our newer members next year, starting with Monday, December 3rd. If you haven't signed up yet, you definitely should. They're doing burritos and business planning, which is something I think a lot of newer members don't know how to do. They don't know how to prepare a proper business plan to kick off 2019. And you and I know you can't start the next year until you got your business plan in order, right? And let's face it, guys, your year has actually started now, because you know any leads you're generating now are actually for next year, right? They're not going to close this year. So December 3rd, don't miss it.
You know, one thing we missed when we talked about, we started live with Barb and Ray in March. Another big thing that we had started, not we started, but John started. John Giardinelli started his John's Rants. And although we are way better and we get a lot more Facebook views, John's Rants is pretty good.
Yeah,
he's pretty good.
Well, John's an amazing attorney, and we are so blessed. Let's hope he doesn't watch this part of this episode.
Yeah.
His head will go. But we are so blessed to have one of the best association counsels around.
Yeah.
And I think what our members may not know about John is his job is to advise the association on legal matters involving the association, but he also does a ton of education for our members and gives so much of his knowledge to our members. And I've learned a ton over the years from John. He's so smart, and he really is looking out for the best interest of realtors. So he's going to be a guest on our next show. We're going to kick off January with him. Hopefully we can bring our crowds together.
Yeah.
Is that called crowdsourcing?
Maybe. I look at the feud between John and us as like, do you ever watch Jimmy Kimmel and Matt Damon?
Yeah.
It's the Jimmy Kimmel, Matt Damon feud between us, because we love each other, but we're always kind of giving each other little jabs. Like,
he gives us jabs.
Yeah, he gives us jabs.
We don't really give him jabs. Let's be honest. He gives us jabs.
Yeah.
So the other thing that's super exciting is this year that happened is we launched 2 new free products to our members. Glide, which is where you can facilitate essentially an electronic version of filling out some of the most important disclosures we have and communicate with your client that way via it. And Remine, which is a great kind of artificial intelligence meets farming together. So you can, I don't think a lot of people understand the power of that product.
Yeah.
I, just so you guys know, I loaded my database, because we know I don't farm. I loaded my database into Remine. And what Remine now does is anytime there's a change in my client's world, they get a new loan, if things are filed on the property, I'm notified. And it may sound creepy, but it's public record. And so we're just realtors, and we have an advantage. We can get that information sooner. And what I love is it gives me an opportunity to reach out.
Yeah.
And it gives me an opportunity to stay better connected to my clients. So I highly recommend everyone start using it.
It's not creepy anymore. It used to be creepy a couple of years ago when all social media was like, you look at an ad and then all of a sudden that's the only ad you're seeing.
Can we talk about that for a second?
Sure. We can talk about whatever you like, Barb.
I have a new staff member. Her husband works for Nike. We were with him over the holiday. They spent Thanksgiving evening with us because they didn't go home to have Thanksgiving with their family. Guess what started showing up in my feed that night?
He's a robot. That's the only explanation.
I don't think Eric's a robot, but Nike ads.
Yeah.
Nike ads started showing up in my feed.
I think these things listen to us.
I think they do all day long, because here's the deal. I didn't search Nike.
Yeah.
I haven't bought Nike recently, but he was at my home, and all of a sudden Nike's showing up in my feed.
Did you talk about Nike a lot while he was there?
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know.
These things are listening to us. They're kind of scary.
I don't know, but it's
You know,
crazy.
it's another product that we didn't mention is HomeSnap. I've been using HomeSnap a lot lately, and I like it, and my clients like it. It's an easy way to send, like go into HomeSnap, find the house you're talking about, and send it to a client.
So what do you think the biggest difference between HomeSnap and MLS Touch is?
MLS Touch feels easier for us to use as agents. I need to make an appointment to check out a house. But HomeSnap, I think, is easier to share a listing with a client.
So you think HomeSnap's better on the consumer side?
Yes.
And MLS Touch is good for us getting...
I'm a fan of both. I use both of them all the time.
But what one do you share with your clients more?
HomeSnap.
HomeSnap. Okay, good to know. I might have to... I've checked it out, but I just kind of always used MLS Touch.
Yeah.
So just know, guys, there you go. That's 2 free products that you guys have as members of Pacific West Association of Realtors.
And if you weren't a member, I want to say MLS Touch is $9.99 a month.
Yeah, it is. And I don't even know how much HomeSnap is.
Yeah, I don't either.
So those are both benefits of being PWR and CRMLS members, that you guys get those for free. And they're tools that you can use with your clients. And that's what I think is hard is these, we have so many big brands in our market. Obviously, we have all the major, real estate players, and they all have their own technology too. But remember, these are across the board for everyone to use, and take advantage of them, learn about them. And that actually brings up another good thing that happened this year. Arvind. We have a new trainer, and he will come out to your offices and train on all of these products, and only needs about 5 to 10 members. He'd love 50 to 100, but 5 to 10 in attendance, and he'll come out and train you guys step by step on all these products. You just have to, your brokers, your managers just have to tell them what you need training on.
Yeah.
We also completed our broker relations team. We added Brenton Hudak, who we had on one of our very first episodes as our broker relations representative.
Yep.
And we added another government affairs director, Christine Schachter. So we have Christine and Tim now, and that has really strengthened our ability to handle issues, because like we said before, it's going to be a fight the whole year.
Yeah.
All different things.
So what you guys need to keep in mind as members is when you need help, call the association.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we don't know how to use MLS Touch. That we can solve. We'll send somebody to the office.
Do they know that we're one of the only associations that I know of that has a full functioning call center?
Probably not.
That most associations do not function that way.
If
I
they
think
watched-
they take it for granted.
If they watched our first episode,
Yeah,
they would know
we
that.
we interviewed people in the call center.
Yeah.
They can answer pretty much everything, and they track every call, and they have notes in there. So if you've called multiple times about something, they know how. It's like calling American Express,
Yeah.
right? So take advantage of those things. You don't have to sit lost in PW as a PWR member.
And they answer the phone, so it's not call in and you're on hold forever. This is somebody's going to talk to you right away.
Absolutely. And then the last thing, well, there's a lot of things, but the one last thing we have on our notes is we did I think Lori Smith in our professional standards department did an excellent job of creating more education for our members when it comes to risk management, transactional issues, legal issues. So we had 8 brown bags this year. Now we got to explain what a brown bag is. There was a little confusion at the beginning of our brown bags.
It's like a piece of paper like this big, and you put food in it.
Yes, I know what a brown bag is, right?
You just said you need to explain what a brown bag is. I'm helping.
The whole intent of the brown bags was for our members to be able to come in and essentially get free legal advice and updates from John Giardinelli. Mm-hmm. And the idea behind the brown bag was do it at lunch, and you bring your lunch, like you bring a brown bag. The first couple meetings, people thought we were providing the brown bags for lunch. But they've really turned out to be amazing to the point where we have to do 2 in a day now because they sell out within like 45 minutes of going live on the site. So look for those in 2019. The brown bags are your opportunity to come in, listen to John, and have your questions answered and get whatever the current legal updates are or what issues are going on.
Yep.
And then we also did 3 broker manager legal panels for our brokers and our managers with John, usually someone from CRMLS, and then a 3rd attorney. We've had immigration attorneys, we've had employment attorneys, we've had a home inspector. Those are really interesting topics to come here because, it's the things that no one talks about until it happens.
So we hope from you guys watching today, you realize that PWR is here to help make you a better realtor, help educate you, help with everything. So if you're not using us like you should be, use us.
Absolutely.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah. Dues billing's coming, so keep an eye out. Your dues will be coming, and we want to make sure you understand the, tenfold value you get for your membership here at Pacific West.
Oh, don't forget your ethics training.
Oh, December 31st.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I know our brokerage has been sending out emails and they're pushing it. And so I hate to say this, I'm not going to feel bad for anybody.
I did mine.
Yeah.
Did you have to do yours?
Nope.
Why? Oh, you got your
broker's
broker's
license a couple of years ago.
Yeah. Well, it has been a pleasure coming to you live every month. Not really live, but now we're really live. And let us know if you enjoy this because I'm in for next year. I think we should go live every time we go live.
Yeah.
And then we'll still host it on our YouTube page so everyone can watch after. But this is kind of fun.
And then maybe even bringing people in.
Yeah.
That would be a lot of fun.
Well, and we'll figure out how to also see it so that we can see all the questions and comments we're getting. So if we haven't answered your questions and comments, we will answer them. We're just testing this new fun technology. And what I will tell our members is do it in your own business too. too.
Yeah.
I've started doing lives in my own business, and it has made a huge impact on connecting with my clients differently. So just like we're trying to connect with you, the member, differently, remember, you're our client. You're the association's client. So think about how we're connecting with you, and think about what you can take from us to go connect with your own clients and make 2019 your best year ever.
That was good.
Was that a good drop the mic moment? Okay, so
with that, stay classy out there, PWR.
bye.
Bye.
Can't sell your home. Why not? Cause you ain't met me yet. My services you'll never forget. Because your last agent